It is so easy, way too easy to slip back, or should I say slip out of the truth of who we are. This world is moving at such a fast and unnatural pace. It is so easy to lose yourself, to lose connection to source, to lose connection to what is real. All of this artificial intelligence, all of this, God, it just feels like such a violation at the deepest level of what reminds me in the Matrix movies of those sentinels, you know, these things that can move at such a fast speed, yet have no consciousness of Mother Earth or any connection to her. They have no heart. They have nothing. They have, I don't know even what they have. But I found myself this week really losing sight of myself, of Mother Earth. I mean, so deeply connected with her, and yet because of business, because of busyness, I find myself so distracted, focused, busy, on purpose, on point, launching my TV show, being able to share in real time what the animals understand about the unified field, what they're helping us remember, what their level of consciousness is all about. And yet I find myself losing myself to the money matrix, to that same old friggin' game that just pulls you so far away from yourself, pulls you so far away from nature, pulls you so far out of the unified field, and catches you up in the web of your mind. And so as I sit in the teepee today, and as I started drumming, and I could feel from the beginning of my drumming how disconnected I had become from my very own being, from my very own essence, wanting to be understood, wanting to make money, wanting, instead of just enjoying what is, enjoying myself, enjoying my horses, enjoying my home, all in the name of, but how am I going to pay for this? What an old lame-ass trap. And as I listened to my drumming, even though my stick was connecting with the drum, I could hear and I could feel the numbness of the space in between the stick hitting the drum and the stick lifting off of the drum. It's so subtle, but I could feel it. I could totally feel it through my body. And as I paid attention and as I recognized that and let go of it and allowed myself to drop in, I could feel myself much more deeply connected, not only with my drumstick hitting the drum or coming off of the drum, but I could feel the connection again in the space in between. that none of those are actually separate. And my body and my being started to relax. Because even though I recognized at the beginning that there was a numbness there, there was an out of syncness, through the drumming, that began to heal. I started to much more deeply understand the medicine of music and of sound to help us with the drum, for me, to help me break out of a stagnation that had started to occur because the busyness took over instead of the beingness that I am. And it helped me break up that stagnation in my energy field so that I could come back into my beingness. And as I listened to my Sifu last night talk about the energies of the solstice, and that last night was very, very important to practice. And I did. And that today, who cares? Today I will rest and I will play, and I will play my instruments, and I will listen to the harmonics, and I will see where that numbness took over and it disconnected me from the flow of the unified field moving through me, from the flow of the Tao, from the flow of the Qi moving through me and playing me as the instrument. It is so easy to forget. It is so easy to be seduced into the quote-unquote modern world. It is so easy to stray from our inner technology, which is oftentimes challenging to connect with, especially if you've experienced traumas of any kind. Could have been traumas in this lifetime, traumas in another lifetime, traumas from earth changes, very, very tricky to stay connected to the source, to the flame, to the before the source or the flame. Because the mind is so busy trying to stay current, trying to stay relevant, trying to keep up, trying to stay ahead of the curve, trying to stand out instead of just stand in. Because when you stand in, you realize all of the things outside of you that are trying to pull on your attention and your awareness and your getting somewhere. There is no place else except here. And much as we try to convince ourselves, much as we try to keep up, there's nothing to keep up with. That's the mind. The only thing to do is to be with what is here, what is now, what is actually showing up, and be fully present in your essence and connect with the essence of whatever is showing up. That's it. That's it. Everything else, while it appears so real, everything else truly is the illusion and its ego. It's fascinating. It's just absolutely fascinating. And what is truly so astounding is that the only thing that we can really do or be is grateful and thankful to be able to participate, to be able to be in these bodies, to be able to experience whatever we need to actually physically experience, which is such a miracle. And to just partake in all of our fullness and all of our joy and all of our glory and all of our misery and all of our suffering and all of our anger and all of our resentment, like all of it. Just experience it fully. So on this summer solstice, from inside the teepee, I'm just breathing and being, and I'm so grateful just for my very isness, just for who I am. There's much I have accomplished, and that is wonderful. But there is nothing so great that I have accomplished that could ever top this isness. Just listening to the magpies, feeling the breeze, smelling the sage and the cedar and the sweet grass, sitting on Mother Earth, listening to the teepee as it moves in the gentle winds, feeling this breath enter my body and feeling it exhale, just living in this sacred space, just inhabiting it. No thoughts, no worries, no doubts, no fears, no judgment. Just feeling congruence between my body, my mind, and my soul. Feeling my connection to everything that is. While being centered in my heart and my womb space, with no expectations, no needs at this moment. All of my needs fulfilled in just complete gratitude. I'm not trying to fix anything, not trying to make anything happen. And even though my horses are an acre or two away in the pasture, feeling each one of them and their exquisiteness, feeling my dog, feeling my home, feeling the trees, feeling the rocks, feeling part of everything, just feeling that aliveness flowing through my being, not as an intellectual understanding. My mind is actually in still point right now. This is my body speaking and expressing itself. My mind's not trying to figure anything out. It feels safe enough. It feels safe enough to not have to know a single answer, to not have to do or figure out a single thing, just to relax into this sacred space of communion with all life. Just letting everything be exactly as it is in this moment. No striving, no ambition, no needing, just gratitude for everything that is. That's a big one. That's a big one to hold. And not bypassing, just recognizing the unification that everything is me and I am one with everything, and that everything has a consciousness, and everything from the air we breathe to the smallest molecules of this dirt, to my sacred drum, to the trees, to the teepee, to the animals, to the waters, to the air, everything is sacred. There is nothing that is not. And we are all connected in this massive unified field of energy, and everything is energy, and everything is connected. So to find and to sit in this peacefulness inside of myself, hearing magpies having their conversation, it's amazing. It's amazing. There's no fear. There's no judgment. There's no thing outside of myself. And so if I love myself and I choose to honor myself, I choose to honor all life. And in that space, what war would happen? What need to inject people with poisons, or spray the air with poisons, or taint the water with poisons, or any notion of harming any aspect of life? Like, what would even arise from this space of peace? There isn't any incongruence. There isn't. And what if we could live our lives this way? What if this was the way the indigenous peoples lived their lives, in sacred balance and harmony and respect and reverence for all life? They had great joy. So much of their suffering came when people started imposing on them what they should think and what they should believe, that was so contradictory to what they knew of how to live in peace and harmony with the land. And then they called that progress. They call that technological advancement. And they're miserable. Miserable people. They've stolen the joy. They tried to control it. They tried to own it. And look at how sick things have become, because there is so much dishonor and disrespect for the sacred, for that which should be respected and revered and honored every single day. We're just visitors here. Klaus Schwab may have been right. You will own nothing and be happy. Because the truth is, the only thing we can own here is our experience. Nothing else. So on this solstice day, on this celebration day of the light and the dark, this honoring of our Mother Earth, which, in my opinion, would really benefit us if we did that every single day. If we woke with thankfulness and gratefulness for being here on Earth, if we gave gratitude to the Earth every single day for all that she provides for us so selflessly. Because remember, Mother Earth doesn't charge you money to have access to what was given to you for free. She doesn't charge you for her waters. Water companies do. Bottled water companies do. Municipalities do. She doesn't sit there and say to one cow, oh, you can drink, but you can't. She doesn't say to one person, you can bathe in my waters, but you can't. She gives everything so freely. The air we breathe, given to us so freely. And psychopaths who want to control things think that they could put a price on this? Our foods. Do you put seeds in the ground and you water them and you love them? The soil will honor them and will produce food for you. And yet we go to these supermarkets and these conglomerates, and there are kids in New York City that don't even understand that the turkey that they eat was an actually live being that walk around on the earth, that I see sometimes on my driveway or in my backyard. I mean, if nothing else on this day, seriously, what are you really here for? What are you really doing? If you get outside of your brain with all the things that you think you need to accomplish and the things that you think you're supposed to do and the things that you are told this is how you need to be and this is the rules you need to follow and this is the way it works here, if you just stopped for a moment, because I believe that this is solely so much the reason why so many of us are so depressed and so anxious and so not feeling like ourselves or having an issue with mental illness, is because we weren't designed to live in our brains. We were designed to live in our bodies. And when you get disconnected from our bodies, from your body, intentionally, through trauma, through psychological programming, through shots, through poison foods, through ways in which people intentionally have been creating this disconnection in humanity from nature, from the animals, from the unified energy field. When you only believe that that's all that there is, and you see the state of the world, yet you can feel the pain and the suffering of the people and of Mother Earth and of the plants and the trees and the animals and the water and the sky. How could you not? How could you not experience mental illness? Because the thing is that they've been conditioning us that the brain is the thing for the body. It's the brain is just a processor. And what makes you so unique as a human being is that you have this body that houses all of this amazing inner technology, that houses this brain. But when that brain feels disconnected from the body, which is the only thing that can actually make it feel safe, because it feels grounded when the brain and the body and the spirit are connected, how could you not have mental illness? The mental illness is not coming from the people. It's coming from the people following those that are literally mentally ill, that have been leading countries, that have been leading organizations, that are hell-bent on disconnecting you from your body. They want to use your body as an energy source. They want to use your body to mine money, to pay for what they want paid for, which they believe is in their crazy ass system, that money is God, and it is not. Money is a tool of exchange. But if you believe that money is God, then you're going to want to control people, and you're going to want to control them in a way that they keep giving you their energy, that they keep giving you money so that you can do what you want. So the sickness and the inversion that has taken place here is you've got a bunch of psychopaths who want control, and their perceived way of control is through money. And then they're doing all kinds of things to make the people think and believe that the people are the ones that are sick. And they're the ones that are creating the sickness in the people. And yet the people just need to wake up and realize, wow, okay, I'm not actually the one that's sick. And I don't need to give my time, my energy, my money, or my resources to people that have tried to enslave me and make me believe that I am anything other than the source itself. They are the parasites. They are the ones that tried to control and have created such a control grid and system. They don't want you free from it. They'll tell you, if you believe in natural medicine or telepathy or being able to work on bodies over long distances, that you're crazy. That doesn't exist. That the things that the indigenous peoples knew, well, that's old and this is new. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only change forms. And what has been, well, what we are seeing now through our sciences with the quantum and understanding that we live in a unified field, that's not something they just invented or discovered. Everybody's known about it for millions of years. But what they did was they tried to control the narrative. They tried to control our history. They've erased so much knowledge and information, so much experience, trying to control the fact that you wouldn't wake up and remember who you really are. So on this day, on this solstice day, 2025, when the world is in such complete chaos and is following such insanity, I choose to sit here and I acknowledge all of it. I see all of it. I just choose not to participate in any of it. I choose to end the war inside of myself that they helped create. And I sit here in peace. I sit here in the unified field, emitting peace and love and reverence and respect and honor and dignity and integrity for all life. I don't care your religion, your sexual preference, your income, your history, your language, your color, your socioeconomic background, your education. I don't care about any of that. I sit here in peace and extend that. And may all life remember who we are at the fundamental essence of our beings, at the core, that we are connected to this source and that we are truly one. That is what will end the wars, the love, and the choosing to say no to trauma and violence. So On this day, June 20th, 2025, recognizing all of the things that are taking place in the world, and literally recognizing it and seeing it and understanding that it is taking place. What is it that you will choose? Because you get to choose. You get to decide how you want to behave. You get to choose your own actions. That is not something that anyone else can decide for you. They can create a great narrative. They can make it look like they can decide for you, but they cannot. So what do you choose to remember today? How do you choose to come back into alignment with your own sovereignty, with your own peace? How do you choose to take back your own power from a system that wants you to believe you have no power? That gives you the illusion of making a choice, but that is controlling the choices you make through fear, through traumatization, through terrorizing you. How do you choose to take back your power, your God-given energy and freedom and sovereignty? How do you choose to take back and reclaim your love? How do you choose to remember your gratitude for everything that is? How do you choose to end the war in yourself from all of their false narratives and lying, manipulating programming? How do you choose to become and to be the oneness that you are with yourself and with everything around you? This is just a reminder. This is not a command. This is not a demand. This is a choice point. So what is the choice point you will choose today? Will you choose to honor and respect our sacred planet and our Mother Earth? Will you choose to respect a unified field of intelligence that was the only intelligence intelligent enough to be able to create all that we have with all of its intricacy and all of its amazingness? Or will you choose to be part of the artificial intelligence that is lying to you, that's trying to tell you you're something that you're not, that's trying to make you believe that you're not worthy, that you're nowhere near as intelligent as created artificial machines? That tells you it's about productivity and profit over people and planet? It's totally up to you. There's no judgment. There's no criticism. It's just a remembrance that you actually have a choice. You have a choice to step out of the arguing back and forth. You have a choice to step out of that false reality that they have made you believe is so real. If you haven't seen the Matrix movies, you might want to. And if you've seen them, then you know. Matrix was more of a documentary than a movie. So see with your eyes that can truly see, not just your outward five senses. And then your sixth sense of intuition. Allow yourself to breathe through your nose and fill up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And as you exhale through your nose, send your belly towards your low back. Knit your ribs gently together. Press them towards your mid-back and allow your chest to relax into your shoulder blades. And do it again. Inhaling through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And exhale, belly goes to your lower back and your ribs knit together and compress against your mid-back, and your chest softens into your shoulder blades as you exhale through your nose. And do it again. Inhale through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And exhale, sending your belly towards your low back, your ribs knit together, your chest softens and relaxes. And keep doing that. And keep doing that, and keep doing that, and keep doing that, and keep doing that. Until you can actually feel your mind relax and just gently drop into your body. And feel the safety of being in your body without your mind having to have a million thoughts to distract you from the truth of who you really, really are at your essence. And from distracting you from feeling. See, your mind can only think, it can't feel. Your body feels. When you get traumatized, you get pulled up into your head, because then you can live life, but you can't feel what you're connected to. You can't feel the sacredness of what is. You can't feel what is worth protecting. It's all about protecting the sacred. That's all there is. And preserving it for the future generations. But when your body gets traumatized and your brain gets hijacked, you don't even remember anymore. You feel numb. You just go through these motions of making money, paying taxes. And guess who's getting wealthy? And guess who's living off your energy? Somebody else that does not deserve your precious energy. You deserve it. That's why the Creator gave it to you. It's what every baby comes in with. That sovereignty, that freedom, that joy, that peace, that love, that ability to be able to experience this gorgeous planet. Unhijacked. Planet has been hijacked. The people have been hijacked. And on this solstice day, you have the opportunity to reclaim your whole self. You have the opportunity to remember who you truly are. So you have a choice point today. Will you remember what that dull ache is inside of you that's trying to call you home to the truth of who you are and get to experience the magnificence of this planet, of every interaction, of every blade of grass, of every droplet of water on every dew of grass in the mornings, of every breath you take, of every experience you get to have here. Will you choose to end the war inside of you today and come home and remember the true essence of who you are? And would you let the animal kingdom and nature help remind you that you are connected in a unified field that cannot be destroyed? And anyone trying to destroy that field is not worthy of following. It's as simple as that. I love you. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful solstice.